Although all roads that lead to St. John's College in Hilton, and the final game of day 2 of the St. John's College Easter Festival, and it is a humdinger that awaits us. It is the age-old South African battle. It is English versus Afrikaans. It is the posh private school from the Midlands taking on the farmers of the Agterpaal, and it is Boland Landbou takes the field first in their traditional black jerseys, led out by their captain Ruan Vivier. On the side of Hilton College, Proudfoot, Grant and LaRue, the front row. Watch out for that loose trio of Brown, Falconer and Willefear. Liam Manela is the man in the number 10 jersey who needs to pull the strings for this powerful Hiltonian side. Ivan Juko, the fullback. He's a man with first team experience. Always a lot of support for Hilton College here in the Houghton area. Lots of old boys who's migrated to Gauteng. And they'll be taking on a powerful Boland Landbou side. All grade 11 front row. Heinrich Besaidner got injured on the first day, but Ridder and Derico Messina is still 2 grade 11 boys. Cody Vivier partners, or Cody Nell rather, partners Ruan Vivier as locks. Elko Binderman, a man who played in grade 11 in 2023 as well. And then the big choice the coach has made, Peter Berg coming in at fly-off. He's of course the son of the man with the best name in rugby, Willof Berg. And joining me in commentary, the one, the only, James Winstanley. James, this should be a pulsating clash.
This is 2 very proud schools. Both had a bit of a slow start to the season, but they've certainly found their form coming into this one, and it is Boland who've had the better of the start there, driving them into touch of the restart.
Ja, Boland Landbou natuurlijk in 1962 gestig nadat die Bolandse landbou hier reeds in 1954 beginne planne maak het om 'n landbouskool in die Parel, of so naby as moontlik aan die Parel te stig. Tiaan van Sail, hy vind vir Kaart Smits, die man wat ook in 2023 vir Boland Landbou se eerste span in aksie was, en oombliklik is dit Boland Landbou wat die rolmaal beweging van Stapel wil stuur. It's good defense there on the side of Hilton. They've stopped this Boland pack in their tracks now. They just pull the ever so slightly to the right. Brilliant defense by Hilton. It's a cracking way to get us started.
That's a fantastic maul stop there from Hilton, and what made it so good, Sput, was that they went up in the air. So they contested the air, but then still managed to get heads in and really had to fight hard. That Landbou maul was set, but it didn't make any meters, and they were a little bit fortuitous. The referee didn't make them use it a little bit earlier. It stopped on a couple of occasions, but nonetheless, the men from KZN making their intentions known.
This is such a clash of styles, James Winstanley. Not only playing styles, but everything about it. Everything about the schools. Hilton with 590 scholars, 7 boarding houses on the school premises. And of course, the most expensive school in South Africa. But what a scrum by Landbou. En is vroeg hierdie pak wat hulle stempel afdruk. Derico Messina en Henry Ridder. Voor hy beide in graad 11, Ensland Larsen. En die nommer 11 trui, 'n man wat vir die WP 15-tal by die Kruiwenweek in aksie was in 2023. Hy het ook donderdag aand 1 van die 3 van die toernooi tot dusver gedruk. En Landbou se oorwinning van 32-17 oor Maritzburg College. And Hilton got one over St. Benedict's, beating them, or thrashing them rather, by 57 points to 0. But James Winstanley, this Boland Landbou side is very highly rated throughout Western Province, and obviously especially in Paul.
Well, they've been giant slayers of late. I mean, last year they put a number of their neighbours to the sword. They found themselves at the back ball. Good sack from Hilton. And again a turnover from Hilton.
Reese verdediging aan die kant van Landbou. Hulle sal nie tevrede voel met haar eerste 2 pogings by die lyn staan nie. En Retegen van der Rooi. Gewoonlik is hy in die loskakelposisie. Vanaand speel hy heel agter, fantasties aangee. En steeds op sy voete. By die kantlyn uit. Boland Landbou wat wys hoe gevaarlik hulle op die teenaanval kan wees. James Winstanley, Retegen van Roy playing at the back tonight for Boland Landbou, but he's one of the informed fly-offs in South African schoolboy rugby. It's the grade 11 Peter Berg getting a chance in the fly-off jumper.
Indeed, and he has been talked about as being a threat for Joaquin Ahmed. who was incumbent last year for the Western Province Craven Week side. So no shortage of quality fly-halves in the Western Province this year.
As per usual, par for the course. No shortage in any position in the Western Cape for that matter.
So this is really well done by Hilton. They've had to survive 2 mauls on their 5-meter line, both occasions turning it over. Nella's left it a little bit short.
Nella se skop wat in die kantlyn kan oorkruis nie. En nou weer 'n kans vir 'n Teigen van der Rooi. Van die verdedigers aan die buitekant. Loop vir hom vas teen Ruduko Madinga. Goeie loopie, hier Johan Swart. Strafskop, Hilton College. They've been very good, both in line-out defence and at the breakdown point, has the men from KwaZulu-Natal.
So they've had to withstand a massive onslaught here, really looking comfortable in coping with the Boland maul, but at that scrum, if that's a sign of things to come, could prove to be difficult for Hilton, where they're going to try and launch this backline of theirs. Nonetheless, it is Nella who's put them into the 22 and their first bit of real estate for the game.
And we've all seen this movie, James Winstanley. It's pressure, you absorb it, first chance you get, score the points, and all of a sudden you're in charge.
Sounds easy. Let's see if they can do it.
That was about midway through my sentence that I realized it sounds a lot easier than it actually is. Great to see a substantial crowd at the Burger Field after St. John's is already played. Now a chance in transition. Boland Landbou op die aanval. En is die eindste Teigen van der Rooi. Hy sien spasie. Pragtige steekskopie en is Jaden Brits. Die skramskakel wat agterna sit. Once again, fantastic play in defence, but then the comical moment. And it'll be blown as a knock-on by Liam Manela, but fantastic defensive play by the fly-off.
Unfortunately for Hilton, they're really going to have to nail their set pieces. You know, they've lost that line and they find themselves back where they started defending their line.
And I'm always interested, you know, such talented players as Teigen van der Rooi, as we see the cover work done by Liam Manela. Got to give your grade 11 player a chance as well. Pieter Berg, he's dead. Olaf Berg recently moved to Kimberley to take the reins at Diamantveld Hoërskool. Via Johan Foster, val die voordelen aan vir Boland Landbou Brits. Bal even vertraag en is Kart Smits. Sterker derde heuvel, die kantman van Boland Landbou, Jaden Brits. Vet gesmeerde blits en is Jaden Brits. Wat sê die skeieregter? Ja, dis die 3 wat toegeken word. En Jaden Brits self onseker. Dis die 3 wat toegeken word en Boland Landbou by die eerste slag slaan in hierdie kragmeting. Vir so 'n oomblik almal besluiteloos geweest, James. But it is a try in the end.
Well, it was this impressive carry from Swart on the first phase that got them over the gain line, and then the big forwards coming around the corner. An absolute brutality at the breakdown from Boland Landbou, really taking those threats away, creating that opportunity for the snipe and a well-converted score. So it will be Van Roy with the conversion.
Ja, hy skop hierdie gewoonlik in die oefeninge oor terwyl hy geblinddoek is, Teigen van der Rooi. En hy slaag met die vir 5 skoppe na so 7 minute se spel. Sit Boland Landbou by die eerste slag slaan. Hulle loop voor teen Hilton College met 7 punte teenoor 0. Been impressed thus far with the work rate, especially of Liam Manela. The fly-off of Hilton is not shied away from his defensive duties. He saved the day just a couple of minutes before that first try for his side.
Yes, Liam Manela playing under 16 Grand Como for the Sharks last year. Lovely educated left boot. Has kicked this one a little bit deep though. Nice return play from Boland here, bringing it back to the short side.
Jaden Brits, wat oppik. Die groot Henry Ridder hou hom gerust op sy werkverrigting, iets om te aanskou vir 'n loskop voor hy man. Pieter Berg, wat die druk verlig met die linkervoet ingeneem. Die reagste man, Jacques Olivier on the side of Hilton College. And Van Roy perfectly placed at the back. Little chip kick. He was impeded. And the penalty goes to Boland Landbou. Not too much in it though.
Not too much in it, Sput, but unfortunately they are going to concede the field position as a result, and it's moments like that that find themselves under unnecessary pressure. Hilton had received the kick well, played the percentages, and just that little charge down.
Pragtig ingeneem voor in die lyn staan. Sien dit al hoe meer aan die spanne van voor in die lyn staan dryf. Of course, it's all dependent on where your opponent set up their pods. If you're able to drive from number 2, traditionally, and I remember James, and I mean you know everything about the coaching game. 3, 4, 5 years ago, hardly anybody used the front ball as an option in the rolling maul.
So that was an interesting little breakaway there from Bazai-Note at the back of the line out. Had that pass stuck, his scrum off looking at a clear run into the line, but it is still Boland to applying pressure. The veer's impressive so far in the line out.
Weer voor in die lyn staan. Cody Nel wat ingeneem het en nou die rolmaalbeweging, die engine wat beginne loop. 'n meter van die Hilton doellyn en het lyk of Landbou so byna oorgebars het. En weer kan die skeieregter nie seker wees nie, hy's nie naby aan die bal nie. En vir 'n oomblik gedink dis Boland Landbou se tweede 3.
I think Boland will feel a little bit aggrieved there. That looked like a clear grounding, but unfortunately the referee not in the right position. But possibly fortuitous on their first try. Nonetheless, the pressure is telling from Boland.
Scrum 5 meter van die doellyn van Hilton. Guldige geleentheid vir Boland Landbou is Jaden Brits. Man wat verlede jaar by die Grand Como week in aksie was, die graad 11 scrum skakel. En dit is interessant. Die aanvallende span het daar die 5 meter lyn van die scrum gebreek. Tegniese strafskop teen die Boland Landbou aanval.
It is well spotted by the referee, because the big man Swart, if he's getting that gain line advantage from creeping into the offside position, on top of being an imposing ball carrier, the odds were heavily stacked in his favour by that sneaky tactic.
That was a good touch finder by Hilton, and they've got the put in at the line up on halfway. Their hooker Josh Grant. It is a short line out, but now the technical free kick going against Hilton. And now it's the attacking side closing the gap. And now it's a couple of polar opposites that we've seen. It's usually the defenders that are, penalised at line out time for that kind of offence, and then also the offside play by the attacking backline.
Unfortunately, that is two lineouts in succession there for Hilton that haven't gone to hand. And the men from KZN are going to need a little bit of possession. They can't be tackling the whole day. Not against this Boland team.
Tian van Sail, the man hooking tonight for Boland Landbou. Heinrich Bezuidenhout injured in that first fixture. Berg, lang aan Gerriteigen van der Rooij. Voeten van goud in die middelveld, Gerriteigen van der Rooij. Kry sy aangee weg na die buitesenter Xavier Foster. Hy was baie indrukwekkend in die sege oor Maritzburg College. Van der Rooij. Alko Binneman. Strafskop, Hilton College. Competing ferociously at the break down the Hiltonians. And a well-deserved penalty.
Hilton have been pound for pound in terms of their tackling and their contest. They really have been abrasive, and they've won a number of turnover penalties now. The line-out compete has been good. It's just if they can just get their hands on their own ball's foot. That's the thing, is that they haven't been able to hold any possession as they've entered. This is only going to be their second visit into Landbou territory.
Chance, but like I said, we've seen this movie before. They need to hang in there. Just a little think and click later on in this game, and they can find their attacking rhythm. find the attacking shape that suits the Boland Landbou defensive system. And the crowd having a wonderful time here at St. John's College, as are we. The picture says it all. Own Kumpmani Terrace with the St. John's College buildings in the background. One at the front of the lineup by Kieran Hunter. Now it's time for Hilton to set their very own maul. Foray into the 22 of a Boland Landbou on the back of a powerful maul. It's well structured, but now it's Landbou who go back at them. One for you, one for me. Was that lost forward? No, the referee is happy. Sweeney out the back. Nela with a long ball. Adams, he's got wheels to burn, has Raquel Adams. And it's this time the Boland Landbou backline who gets penalised for being offsides. No, in fact, going all the way back to the maul.
That's better from Hilton. That's the first time they've actually been able to win the ball in the line out. Set themselves a maul, created the pressure which has then won them the penalty. And it'll be Nella who'll drive them right up to the 5 metre line. And with it a golden opportunity to get their first points on the board.
Ja, vir die eerste keer werklik in hierdie wedstryd is dit Landbou wat nou hulle keer sal moet ken. Hilton College on the attack. It's another short line out. It's another win by Kieran Hunter. They're confident in this maul of theirs as I take it the right way around. 5 metres up. Nella, a little show and go. Good strength shown by the fly-off and attack. Ross Brown, he's heavily tackled by Karst Smits and Hans Verstaat of Boland Landbou. The little pick and go, making meters. Good strength. 3 metres up. They need quick ball. No, it's the pick and go. PD the call from Hilton. That's the Landbou forwards defending for all they're worth. Alko Bindeman, 8th man wearing the white scrum cap. He's a tower of strength in this defensive system for Landbou. Zander Forster, will he feed the back line? Still the Hilton forwards going toe to toe. Trent Chubb was carried backwards, another penalty to Hilton by putting this Landbou defence under siege.
So that's a couple of penalties in succession. Possibly scope for a team warning to Boland soon if they continue to infringe. And Hilton opting to take the 3 points. Sign of respect to Boland?
I think it is, but it's also a sign of maturity. I mean, they would have felt that they've got the wind in their sails right now. To me, this means they feel they're right in this contest. If they didn't, they would back themselves to maybe score a try here because they feel they're under the pump. Saying we're able to build the innings here against Landbou. So to me, this is a very positive call by the Hilton camp. They had Boland Landbou under severe pressure. Karst Smits, he's another man with absolutely no regard for his own body.
There was an impressive double tackle that came in there.
That wasn't in the script. Liam Manela pulling that one badly. And now Hilton will question that call.
What seemed a pragmatic and safe and logical approach releases the pressure off Boland. They'll take their time now.
It is Saturday of Easter Festival at St. John's, one of the most special days on the rugby calendar. En er teigen van der Rooy se afskop, Alko Binneman wat inneem. Die agste man, 4 vreter aan die kant van Boland Landbou. Brits. Pieter Berg. Met die Gary Owen. Helemaal te diep. En is Liam Manela wat spasie sien, er teigen van der Rooy wat sy voete moet dra. Een goeie stukkie spel deur die teigen van der Rooy, maar hy hardloop uit, spasie uit. En hierdie Hilton College span se fisieke aanslag verras Boland Landbou op hierdie stadium.
So just interestingly, Hilton filling up the backfield, anticipating the kick from Boland. They've got the 3 bodies back, but it is the left boot of Nella who keeps finding grass.
Nou, dat teken van der Rooij waar hij spasie uit hardloop. Well, now it's been good for Hilton College, and now it's Stuart Falconer on the charge. Good ball for Zander Foster and his backline. Offload, not quite going to hand. Chubb gets tackled heavily in midfield as Trent Chubb. Ball is slow. And straight up the middle goes the Gary Owen, a tester for Tegan van Rooij. He passes with flying colours and Ensslin Klaasen. Baie gevaarlik met bal in hand. Spoedverraad van Boland Landbou. Jeppe soos Dani Gerber. Baie sterk gebou. Ensslin Klaasen. Kaptein Roan Wewe. Baie voel. Hy gaan later vanjaar in die WP se Kruivenweek geleedere wees. Van der Rooij met 'n fantastiese skop. Die wip van die bal nie in sy guns. En hy sê agter die doellyn. Wat beteken as 'n keuse? Dis 'n vaste skram van waar hy geskop het of 'n kwartlyn inskop. The choice rather logical.
I think indeed. I'm just looking at this Boland Landbou defence though, and they're winning the collisions, they're winning the gain line, and I'm just kind of wondering in my head, how are Hilton going to breach it as this game wears on?
And out of a coach's point of view, James, you'll be able to tell us. That's another thing about the modern game. It's all about that advantage line, and it's all about that collision. Just the way set-up plays work these days. It's all about getting over that advantage line, pulling a few players in, and then going the concertina and running them ragged.
That's it, and it's to be able to identify that changing environment, and I think that's really where the schoolboy game has gone, and with it the improvements, the spectacle that we're beginning to see is that how players are able to identify space after being able to create those momentum situations. And certainly from a momentum perspective, Boland, there's no shortage of firepower there. There's some big boys and they're winning those collisions. Credit to Hilton though, when it's hitting the deck, that's where they seem to have had the better of the opportunities on the ground and winning some nice turnovers.
1,600 hectares, that's all. The estate of Hilton College in the Midlands. I was driving around St. Stithians the other day and I thought, geez, what a massive place. That's a mere 110 hectares.
Well, Boland are no shortage of land either, in fairness.
They do also produce their own wine, Boland Landbou, so they might have one over Hilton with that. Scrum in the middle of the field. Great attacking opportunity for Hilton College. That's Forster. He's heavily watched by Jaden Brits, but Brits penalised. And that is another opportunity. And, you know, this is always where that first kick becomes so important, because had he slotted this or that, this was an easy choice, but still an easy choice. They're going to go at goal once again. They're backing Liam Nella.
So it was the offside there from Brits, who has been quite a live wire so far in this contest. A little bit eager on that occasion. And I think if Nella was successful, he would rue maybe taking that chance there.
Jaden Brits, verlede jaar by die Grand Como week in aksie gewees vir provinsiale onder 16 spanne. Heel wat graad 11 spelers in hierdie landbou geleedere. En as jy luister na die manne in die Parel, is dit 'n span wat almal baie respekteer op hierdie stadium. Nella strikes the wall. Flags are raised. Liam Nella. I said he struck it well. He perhaps got in under it a little bit. Like that lob wedge from 60 meters. Is it going to get there? Is it going to get there? It got there from 40 meters out. Important for Hilton to be on the board.
Hugely important sport just to close that margin, because momentum-wise, as mentioned, has been all Boland.
Now then a mistake from the kick-off. Old coach's killer, James. How many times don't we see that, especially in schoolboy rugby? Just got the points, and then that kick-off. And that's not unique to Hilton, that I can promise you, folks. If you're watching rugby from the North Side tournament, Massive challenge for a lot of these school sides to get the structure right at kick-off time. Who's going to take it?
Interestingly, in those that's where you see the most variation. So the way teams populate the field, it's almost as though every team has a different way and different style, but it doesn't matter unless you catch it. So stand where you like, you've got to catch that ball.
Pieter Berg. Foster in die middelveld. Voorspelers wat omvou, Hans Verster. Hy is 'n sterke derduivel met bal in hand. Corinel. Hy vorm 'n baie goeie kombinasie met sy kaptein Roan Bevier, die slotpaar. Henry Ridder, graad 11, loskop voor hy man. Gemaklik oor die voordeellyn. Jean Swart. Soos ons genoem het, is Landbou wat die kontaksituasies beheer op hierdie stadium. Berg swak aangee, maar Salko Binneman wat reg maak. Pieter Berg, Retegen van Rooi, aftrap van die regtervoet. Maar laat 'n speler of twee van Hilton daarna lig gryp. Ridder baie betrokke in die Boland Landbou aanvalsplan. Agter die rug na Pieter Berg in die spasie. Jean Swart die aangee. Hans Verster nie na wense. En daar was punte op 'n skinkbord aan die buitekant vir Landbou.
You know, up until that mismatch spurt, Hilton had defended well for up to 5 phases, not conceding an inch, but they did find themselves getting a bit narrow, and Boland pulling it out the back prop there, getting around the outside. Unfortunately, that pass not sticking, and that definitely was 5 points left behind for Boland. Credit to Hilton though, they are sticking in this fight.
Gepraat van die 1600 hektar aan die kant van Hilton College. Plaas van Boland Landbou 1114 hektar. Nico Malan Koshuis het in Januarie 2023 'n ekstra vleuelryker geword. Daar is nou plek vir 420 kinders op die plaas by Boland Landbou. Liemanella's left boot. Oh, what a kick. His kicking out of hand has been exemplary. He hasn't struck it that well off the tee yet, James. But out of hand, he's been very, very good.
And I think he's actually been one of the main protagonists for Hilton going forward in this game. It has been his boot that has been getting them up the field. I'm curious to see how he's going to go in the second half. With a little bit of a slope will suit him.
Hilton College, of course, produce some of the best loose forwards South Africa has seen. The likes of Gary Teichman, Wayne Farvey,
Bobby Skinstad.
Man himself, the tongue twister, Bob Skinstad.
They also produce CEOs, but
they do, every now and then. And the outside gap run by Xavier Foster. Boland Landbou wat hierdie dominansie in punte sal wil omskep. Voorsprong slegs 4 punte op hierdie stadium. 3,5 minute voor rustyd. Corinel wat hard werk in die vaste los. Berg val die voordeel aan. Die graad 11 loskakel. En 'n strafskop vir Boland Landbou. 40 meter van die pale, maar reg voor die pale. And now it's Boland Landbou with a decision to make. Will they respect Hilton College? That's the question.
So I think the decisions come from the sideline there. The players were going to opt for the line out, and it has been bearing fruit for them, but the more sensible thing is to reopen that 7-point advantage as they approach the half.
Sanity has prevailed, and just thinking about what you said about Hilton also producing the odd CEO. Of course, it's like when Marty's play Ikes at the Green Mile. Ike says we'll give it a full go for 80. If it doesn't work out, we'll employ our opponents in a couple of years' time. Well, that's how the story goes. That was pushed to the right, but a clear message going out to Hilton. Retegen van Roy has got plenty more left in the tank. He could have slotted that from 55 metres out, Retegen van Roy. He's a super talent, the man there in picture. I'd like to apologise to all my Marty's mates.
I'm sure they understand.
Manela. Chances are he'll look to go deep. Hilton would have to get out of this half with a scoreline of 7-3. He does give it a good whack. That's well taken by Insolent Klaasen. But it's Cart Smith. Gemakkelijk oor die voordeellyn. Vir Xavier Foster trap van die regtervoet kom af verby Daniel Sweeney. Weer die bal wat vertraag word. Messina. Derico Messina. Goeie samespel deur die voorspelers. Is Cart Smith wat wegkry. Cody Nel na Alko Binneman. En Insolent Klaasen. Hy doen goed om binne die speelveld te bly. Groot oomblik in hierdie kragmeting. Al die goue minute net voor en net na rustyd. Boland Landbou wil punte aanteken. Cart Smith. Strafskop Hilton College. Die voorvarendheid van die jeug. Wat Cart Smith daar pootjie.
I think Hilton are going to be pleased coming into the half. I mean, they really have conceded the bulk of territory and possession to Boland. But the reality of it is that the scoreboard is not reflective of that pressure.
Once again, Nela with a good strike out of hand. We've got a few seconds left in this first half. James, quite interesting. Xavier Foster playing at 13 for Boland Landbou. He is usually a 9. But because of his tigerish defence, I just want him on the park. Good afternoon, sir. The camera has spotted you. Another short lineup. The choice for Hilton. Kieran Hunter has been the target, but now they go to the front. They decide. We are very, very happy with the current scoreline of 7 points to 3. And it is Boland Landbou and their coaches that'll look to find a way how to break down this Hilton defence. But at half-time on the Burger Field, the main game of day 1, or day 2 rather, of the St. John's College Easter Festival, Boland Landbou leads Hilton by 7 points to 3. Half-time, and the chats from the coaches might be completely different in the two camps. I still get the feeling, James and Stanley, that the Hilton coaching staff will be happier with the first half and going into half-time still in this than their counterparts from Boland Landbou.
The Boland had all the momentum in the first half, and they got a number of visits to the 22, and didn't convert on those. And I think they were literally 2 or 3 phases away from getting over the line a couple more times there. But nonetheless, it is Hilton who've come in with just a 4-point deficit, all to play for in the second half, and it has been Nella who's been kicking them into the right parts of the field.
And the director of rugby of Boland Landbou, Skuman de Preer, and with his coaching staff of Johan van Rooyen and Albertus Buckle, they would have used half time to just reassess. They've been so dominant at the point of contact. Maar as soos Kaaf Smits, Hans Verster, Roan Vivier, Cody Nel, keer op keer gemakkelijk oor die voordeel gekom. Natuurlijk, Ariman in beeld vir 'n oomblik, Henry Ridder. En als Hans Verster, deel van die rede hoekom Boland Landbou so gemakkelijk oor haar die voordeel beweeg het. James Van Stanley het vroeër genoem. Jaar vir jaar, Boland Landbou wat van die groot name in skole rugby of die skrik op die lyf jaag of hulle klop. Tesame met Oakdale Landbou Skool af van Riversdal. 2 van die landbouskole in Suid-Afrika wat jaar vir jaar saamgesels met die grootes. En is ook Oakdale wat met 'n bulspan spog in 2024. Hulle afrigter Malan Du Plessis. En Harry plaas Derby later in 2024 gaan 'n riller wees. Hy is in die parel van die jaar. En die stryd om die voorste landbouspan in Suid-Afrika byna jaar vir jaar tussen Boland Landbou en Oakdale. For Hilton, it was a very impressive victory on day 1 over St. Benedict's by 57 points to 0. But this will be probably by quite some margin their sternest test thus far in 2024 for Hilton College.
And possibly their sternest test within the season. I mean, obviously their double against Michael House needs no further explanation, but this certainly is going to be a measure of the men from KZN.
Banneman wat neem van die afskop. En hy vra sy skrimskakel Jaden Brits om die druk te verlig. Eenvoudige strategie om te ontsnap daar die kwartgebied. The line-out has functioned well for Hilton in that first half. Kieran Hunter, the main protagonist at line-out time. He's walking into the line there to the front. Is Kieran Hunter. Stolen at the front by Cody Nell. Agter die rug van Binneman. Na Pieter Berg, hy skop aan na die oopkant van die veld. Juco possessioned well, but he kicks straight into the advancing Boland Landbou players.
So the second half starting with no team really managing to impose themselves as yet. A lot of kicking, but all the restarts still taking place around the halfway line.
This time Stuart Falconer the target. As Hilton try to set up that rolling maul. They've had a couple of positive rolling mauls in that first half. But now it's sent aerial by scrum half Zander Forster. It was lost forward by Boland Landbou. And it's Hilton. Are they playing with the advantage? Surely they are. Penalty, high shot. And this is where Liam Manela now will have another opportunity to keep that scoreboard ticking.
So Hilton really doing well to win the scraps. They put the ball in the air, but you could see there was the contest on the actual kick catch, and then when the ball did hit the deck, managed to win it back again. And it's just those little battles that are going their way, particularly on the ground. I think that's where the breakdown and that arrival speed to the breakdown has been one of the key themes so far in this game.
James, one only needs to go back but a week to know what 3 points at a time can mean, what scoreboard pressure can mean, good defensive structures can mean. And a side against you makes more mistakes than usual. All of a sudden, you've got a recipe for an upset. Nela with a left boot. He pulls it once more, and that seems to be his miss. Reminds me of myself on the golf course. So the misses are left from the tee. Wordt tegen Van der Rooij. Met die kwartlijn inskop. Chance for Hilton College on the counter. Liam Nela. A show and go. That's good defence by Tian van Sail. Ben Leroux crashes his way forward. Foster once again down the middle. He goes. Perhaps not as much distance as he would have liked. Goeie werk verrig deur Pieterberg. Daar was 'n aanslaan van Hilton College.
So just interestingly, Hilton box kicking in the middle of the field. Normally teams are trying to push it closer towards the touchline, use the touchline. But clearly a strategy of the second half, how they anticipate going forward within this game. And the way to breach this big Boland line is to put it in the air.
Meneer Johan Moelman, wat natuurlijk op hierdie stadium waarneem as skoolhoof by die Boland Landbou. En 'n jaarlange hoof Kobus Hartman, en nuwe hoof van Menlo Park Hoërskool. En hier aan kan die skei. Hy personeel skuwe. Olof Berg en Philip Molnar. Beide geskuif na Diamantveld Hoërskool in Kimberley. Hulle was 'n groot deel van die rugbykorps van Boland Landbou. Van der Rooij. Met die regtervoet gaan hy die druk verlig. Nee, hy spoor nie die kantlyn op nie. Kans vir Juko op die teenaanval. It's a good little run. And once again, Foster. He favours that box kick. Charge down this time. Putting his side under quite some pressure. En dat is omgekeerde besit. Vir die manne van die agterparel en dan Henry Ridder. Sy oor af van die bal afval. Die eerste fout wat hy maak. En hierdie kragmeting.
And it is Boland who don't seem to be getting their exits as successful. They're inside the 22, they can kick it dead. Instead, the counter from Hilton is quite successful. Jujuka really presenting its speed. And Boland keep finding themselves back in their third, as were Hilton in the first half.
Baie spel wat hier plaasvind tussen die twee 10 meter lyne. Geen span wat regtig beheer kan neem nie. Goeie scrum. Deur Boland Landbou. Opgepik deur Jacques Olivier. And now Foster shapes up for the box kick again. Penalty goes the way of Boland Landbou. Obstruction. James, your opinion? Maybe Foster just overdoing it slightly at this stage.
I think a little bit. He had a nice gain line carry from his 8th man, and there was an opportunity to actually try and play some rugby. They haven't had much gain line success from first phase Hilton, so that, you know, as you say, possibly just overdoing the same tactic, and the referee catching on to it as well. Bodies ahead of the ball.
Just here in front of us, out of picture, the number 11 of Boland Landbou, a man called Enslan Klaasen. One of the best finishers in schoolboy rugby. And he's standing on the left wing and he's cold as can be.
Unfortunately, we haven't seen Enslan stretch his legs yet. An imposing figure. Sublime athlete. Also spent a bit of time in the centre. That's the first missed line out for Boland.
Leemanela, hy het nie 'n bang haar op sy kop hierdie loskakel nie. Juko, wat gly, en is die geleentheid. Nee, skeieregter het reeds op sy vletjie geblaas, maar Boland Landbou op hierdie stadium, waar hulle wil wees op die veld. net buiten die kwartgebied van Hilton. Waarin gaan nie die hoogtepunt haal nie. Is teen die skeieregter vas. En op jou en dit dalk Ivan Juko gered. James being such a big part of South African schoolboy rugby, and spending so much time with some of the talented youngsters, you must be really pleased with the state of South African schoolboy rugby, and more importantly, even the state of Kingswood College rugby, where you're so heavily involved, and rugby in the Eastern Cape in general, with St Andrews College playing some good rugby, Graham College looking a good side, Kingswood surprising a lot of people, as it's picked up at the back of the scrum by Jacques Olivier. He's had a couple of nice carries. Nela with that left boot. Retegen van der Rooij, kans op die teenaanval, is baie gevaarlik. Goeie lakwerk. Surely there has to be a penalty to Hilton. In from the side, the call. Dis Boland Landbou wat die strafskop kry.
Yeah, just the landscape of South African school rugby at the moment, Sput, is mightily impressive. And I think post-COVID, we're starting to see, those 2 years sedentary, now the athletic profile, the training age of the boys, a couple of years in the gym, really starting to bear fruit. And I think at the Craven Week this year, if Grant Combo 2 years ago is anything to go by, is really shaping up to be one of the best yet. And again, you've talked to the SA Schools team, this year should be a fantastic outfit for the international series.
That international series has grown, of course, with the inclusion of Georgia. And if I'm not mistaken, Ireland will come to the shores as well. We played in the Western Cape once more. Boland Landbou, waar die rolmaal beweging aan die gang kry. Die Lister Engine is aan die gang, stadig maar seker, maar dan word hy afgeneem. Fantastic play by Dylan Neal on the side of Hilton. This is a nuggety performance by the Italians. They're just not letting Boland Landbou out of their sight. Lang aangee, nog 'n lang aangee nou in die hande van Vian Loom. Gevaarlike regtervleuel. 'n Strafskop, Hilton College. Loom was doodgevat, hy kon nie daar opspring nie.
You alluded to this earlier in the game, Sput, but just there could be that breakaway moment from Hilton. They're doing enough to survive. That urgency on their maul defense has really been impressive, and they managed to win a number of key turnovers within the game.
Juko met amper geen hoekom van te werk nie. One came off the side of the boot en nou Alku binneman. Van der Rooij. Hy word goed opgehou, binneman. Verster en hier's 'n kans vir Enslen Klaasen. Beautiful defense by Juko at the back. Making a spot tackle on Enslen Klaasen out of the IS draw. Nog 'n strafskop by die afbreekpunt aan Boland Landbou.
So this is the first opportunity we've really had to see Enslen in this game. But a fantastic tackle from Juko really prevented him from getting in behind.
And there was some good help there from Rakutso Madinga as well. He didn't let Klaasen out of his sight, and it was the advancing Madinga that made Klaasen almost look at him and not really go full tilt at Juko. Great tackle by Ivan Juko. Alku Binneman wil daar rondhang tussen die centers op hierdie stadium, en dan beweeg hy selfs 'n bietjie weier, die agste man. Ja, strafskop. Om die nekbeet gekry, en is Cody Nel wat gestraf word. And referees are asked to be so strict on any contact above the shoulders.
Fortunately, we haven't seen the flurry of cards that people were concerned about in schoolboy rugby. I mean, in the festival today, I don't know how many we issue, but I haven't seen any. Naturally, safety is paramount, so it goes without saying. But it was Rossi Rasmus who said that, you know what, players will adapt, and that's appeared to be the case.
You know, James, and we spoke about this at the Northside tournament as well. You know, every new rule in rugby is very heavily policed. But then after a year or so, it just dies down ever so slightly.
Bit like the scrum feed these days. That one was forgotten very quickly.
Five plus one at the line-out. No surprises. The +1 was for the rip. And it's all six throwing all their weight into the maul. And this is the one area that has brought success to Hilton College. Nela attacks the advantage line. He's been good, the fly half. Foster. Got to be space out wide, surely. Fold around the corner. You go, Hilton. They go the other way. Liam Manela. Dylan Neal. And now it's a one-on-one. He's going to beat Ensslin Clausen on the outside. Rakutso Madinga, he's your athlete. He's your man, James Stanley.
Oh, what a fantastic finish for Hilton there. They've had so few visits into the 22. And all they had to do was make this one count. And it was a lovely return play there that caught the guy sleeping on the blind side. Lovely late pass. Fantastic finish. Full value.
He had hand on ball simultaneous with the ball touching the ground. That's all he needs, Rakudzo Madinga. And as he's walking back, he's asking his teammates, Ensslin, who? You guys told me so much about this guy. I went in, I went out. I only had a couple of meters to work with. And all of a sudden, harsh words will be spoken by Ruan Vivier, the captain. You see him kneeling down there, laying down the law to the rest of his Boland Landbou side.
If Nella were to convert this would ask question marks of Boland, because their decision making is also going to be impacted by it. If it's only a 1 point lead, they can go for threes. If not, they're going to be pushing for the 5 pointers.
Strike is good. And a fantastic kick by Liam Manela. He's running back like a fly off that just converted. Puffing the chest out. 10 plays 7 in favour of Hilton College over the Farmers of Paul.
And it is Hilton, as we enter the last quarter of the game, that have taken the lead for the first time. Surviving a prolonged period of sustained pressure from Boland.
Ja, dat is min of meer hier voor die landbouspan gaan begin twyfel in wat hulle probeer doen tot dusver. Sal 'n paar plaasvervangers op die veld verskyn. Nou, skram vir Hilton op die middelkolletjie, ongedwonge fout. Spelers voor die bal van die afskop. Miskien net so 'n bietjie oorywerig. Ja, and it'll be the Hilton College or the St. John's College cricket staff that'll be very pleased for the movement of that scrum. Just getting them off the cricket pitch. Juka seeing the space, but he overcooks it, Ivan Juka. That's directly into touch, and that was the right idea. You can just see Boland Landbou is very frantic. There's still 13 and a half minutes to go. They'll do well to just calm down, go through their structures, go through their set plays.
Loads of time here for Boland, but they haven't had much of a purple patch in the second half. It's been all Hilton for the first 15 minutes.
6 man lyn staan. Met Tian van Zyl wat kan voer. Hans Verster wat bykom en is Verster wat kry. Die groot John Swart, goeie lagwerk in die middelveld. Ross Brown involved. Cody Nell vir Boland Landbou, hy kom oor die voordelyn. Van der Rooi. Hy's baie gevaarlik, Betegen van der Rooi. Hy het nou ingeskuif in die losskakelposisie, sy natuurlike posisie. En Cody Nel speel 'n barsou hier vir sy span, die nommer 4 slot. Verster. John Swart, hy verloor vorentoe. Ja, dinge wat net nie klop, Disselboom loop hier vir die Landbou manne op die burgerveld van St. John's College nie. And that's Hilton, still hanging around James Winstanley.
Hanging around, and just I'm super impressed by little number 6 Brown. He was involved in a number of breakdowns there. He's really a little menace, just slowing down the ball speed there of Boland. And they haven't been able to get into any rhythm so far in the second half.
Just more than 10 minutes to go. I'll tell you what, there'll be a party here at St. John's tonight if Hilton manages to hold on. It will be a famous victory. But I have to admit, I joined the St. John's Festival for the first time in 2017, and Hilton has always been good at the St. John's College Festival. They've always been full value and a crowd favourite. Like I say, a lot of old boys in the Hilton area, they're always well supported here. It feels like a home game to them.
Well, interestingly, at the Bishop's Festival, it was the same thing. They had the past people following was impressive and making their voices heard.
Groot skram deur die Landbou pak, maar hulle staan die strafskop af. And it's roundabout now that this Hilton College side will start believing.
Believe indeed, and now that they've got the lead, that their tactic of kicking and defending will suit them as they go into the closing episodes of this game. Fantastic line kick from Nella, brings them all the way up to the 22.
That man in picture, Liam Nella, he's had a wonderful game. Dylan Neal, the replacement hooker, he's been good since he's been on the paddock. Supersport Schools bringing you all the Easter Rugby Festival actions. Hashtag it's time to shine. More than 745,000 registered app viewers on the Supersport Schools app. So many new functionalities for you to check out. There's been some massive cell phone tower outages as the little chip kick. Another chance for Hilton! Oh my word! Hilton College about to go into an at least 8-point lead with a conversion yet to come. En Boland Landbou skielik met 'n berg om te klim in Johannesburg. Een van die spanne wat allemaal in Suid-Afrika reg op laat sit, het is onder groot druk hier. 3 spelers van Landbou wat nie kon bemeester nie. And as Rakunzo Madinga over for his second.
Well, I'd like to give the coaching staff some credit here. Brad McLeod Henderson masterclass. We saw that Zander Forster was going to be using the little pellet kicks, box kicks early, overdid it a little bit, but he pulled it out at a time that matters. In an unlikely place, literally 5-6 meters from the line. And again, winning the scraps, winning those small moments that require no talent, just sheer guts and heart from Hilton has now opened up a commanding lead.
As was made famous in the Leon Schuster movie, Sweet and Short. This is it, Bossy. This is it, Savage, for Hilton. 15 points to 7, the current score. Liema Nela conversion away from a 10-point lead. Strike is good. He's dead-eye dick in the second half as Liema Nela. 17 plays 7 in Hilton. The Burger Field is seeing a famous performance by Hilton College. And now they'll be rattled, they'll be nervous, the Boland Landbou outfit. Heel wat plaasvervangers ook op die veld vir die Landbou span. And that came forward to the hand of Lyle Lewis. And Hilton cock a hoop now. They've got something to say now as well to the Farmers.
Well, the body language is all Hilton College at this stage, and they're celebrating every small victory, knowing how hard they've had to work to get into this lead. And that's why we watch schoolboy rugby sport, is the unlikely on-the-day scenario. Boland Landbou, clear favourites on paper, but the game is not played on paper.
Hilton College, of course, owned by the Hiltonian Society, a non-profit organisation. They also run the old Hiltonian Club. And there's some proud members of that old Hiltonian Club. A lot of them are here tonight in Hilton at St. John's College. Big scrum. Penalty to Hilton. There's 6.5 minutes to go. This is one of those moments, James Winstanley, one of those I told you so moments. I just had that feeling.
You did.
They were hanging in there. They were hanging in there, and they were always trusting themselves. Although maybe up here we felt Boland Landbou was a try away from really taking control of it.
I must admit, Spit, I had my doubts, and I thought that literally Boland Landbou were one pass or two phases away from opening up some serious floodgates at one point. And the steam that they ran out with, there's none to be seen at the moment, unfortunately.
Als nog nie verloren nie. Na die skop behoort daar so 5.5 minute oor te bly. Nela, has he got the distance? No, he hasn't. He's well short. That's Ratagan van Rooyen who keeps that one nice and low. Finds a good touch. It was worth the effort from Liam Manela.
Well, definitely a game of two halves. It was Boland who had all the field position in the first half, and it's been Hilton who've been kicking sublimely in the second. The difference being is the amount of points they've scored in this half. Great contest coming from Boland, and a turnover.
Gar Smits. Weer oor die voordelyn. Die breker, nommer 7 flank, Verster. Vinnig gespeel. En Ratagan van Rooyen. Voete van goud, probeer sy aanvee wegkry, maar weer Rukudzo Madinga. Wat sy aan naby kry. Less than 5 minutes on the clock for Hilton to survive. There will be an onslaught from this Boland Landbou side, and it's Ratagan van Rooyen taking it upon himself.
Well, the pressure's telling, because all of a sudden Boland are opting for quick taps, and it's not been part of their plan coming into this game.
Sterk loop hier in die middelveld. Hier die plaasvervanger akker van Boland Landbou. Swak aangee, maar Lyle Lewis wat die stukkies optel. Dante Christians ook op die veld vir Boland Landbou. Tot binne die kwartgebied van Hilton Vordel nou, maar is afgeneem. Still Hilton College defends with everything they're worth. Liam Manela gets them out of trouble. Fantastic kick, but it's fielded by Van Rooyen. En nou Ensland Klaasen met Spasie. En is hy en Madinga. Madinga wat hierdie twee stryd vandag los aan die wen. Rukudzo Madinga. En is Jaden Brits met die hoendervlerkie aangee. Carl Smits. Hilton College. That is guts. That is determination. It's willpower. It's everything you want to see. And a Brown McLeod Henderson masterclass, as James Winstanley mentioned.
And it's just interesting how the pressure, all of a sudden the mistakes starting to creep in from Boland.
Less than 4 minutes to go. Dylan Neal, he's one of the 590 Hilton scholars. He's on the park. Had a very good moment for them. Now some back chat. That was quickly taken by the tight head prop. And it's Besaidenout, I suspect, who's on the field now. Throwing caution to the wind, the coaching staff. He was injured in that first game, if it is him. Carl Smith, chicken wing offload. Where's this Boland Landbou side been?
Spasie aan die buitenkant versterk. Maar weer die verdediging van Hilton College wat hulle stuit. There's less than 3 minutes to go now. Derek de Pre. Kaptein Roan Verwee is 'n geleentheid vir hom gekeerde besit. Maar die strafskop aan Landbou. Hulle sal moet vinnig speel. Hans Verster. Geïsoleerd. 1-1 op die aanval aangeslaan. Hilton College was die 10 tree terug nie, as minder as 2 minute oor. Teigen van Rooi. En dis Teigen van Rooi wat oorbars. Hulle sal hierdie doelskop so vinnig as moontlik neem. En die man met die skopkegel reeds by. Some drama at the end, James Winstanley.
We are teed up for a dramatic finish. As the sun is going down here in Hilton, it is Boland who decided to throw the kitchen sink at this result. A rare visit for the 22. The quick tap penalty is eventually playing fruition. And Van Roy with the try and conversion.
That was a very important conversion. Means that the score difference is 3. So a try will win it. There's no need for a conversion. A penalty or a drop goal will tie it up. And this is exactly what day 2 of the St. John's College Easter Festival main game is supposed to be like. You've got the favourites, Boland Landbou. And you've got Hilton College who lead by 3. Lea Manela unsurprisingly goes deep. And Carl Smits takes the chance. That was not great play by the flank forward of Boland Landbou. Hilton smells blood. Chance. Now, the inside centre. Daniel Sweeney on the blind side. Spot tackle made by Ensland Claassen. He's got to roll away. He did well, did Ensland Claassen. Good carry by Kieran Hunter. He's a couple of metres short. Surely, this is the moment for Hilton College. Sands of time running out for Boland Landbou. En vir die Landbou ondersteuners, hulle span op hierdie stadium in die verkeerde area van die veld. Is die tyd iets van die verlede. Adonis, he's over on the left, or on the right wing rather, wearing number 11. Foster. Cody Nell trying to get his hands on the ball for Landbou. Josh Grant, positive carry. And a penalty to Hilton College.
Game, set, match.
This is the moment that the old Hiltonians have waited for. Serious debate. Tap it and kick it into touch. The option is easy. And that's what Lea Manela does. Hilton College defeat Boland Landbou at the Burger Field of St. John's College. A massive result for the KwaZulu-Natalians and their supporters. The old Hiltonians in Hilton and the greater Joburg rejoice. But also back home, the fires will be lit and the party will rage long into the night. Even if it is the most expensive private school in South Africa. Always time for a bride, James Winstanley.
Always time. And like you say, the fires will be burning bright.
That is the pictures then from the Burger Field of St. John's College. It is Hilton College coming out victorious. Perhaps surprisingly so, they beat Boland Landbou by 17 points to 14.